God gives you so many opportunities in life to make decisions that will change the course of your trajectory. Like to make decisions that will break you out of old patterns, that will change, your old ways, cycles, things that you've been stuck in for long periods of time. Every day that you have decisions to make, and you either choose to live in your patterns, live in your comfort zone, and do what you're so used to doing in your flesh, or you can do the thing that makes you uncomfortable, the things that makes you grow, the things that make you change and shift and break out of old cycles. Every single day you have these options. So they could be things that you do in your relationship. Like if you're normally someone who's arguing back or super defensive, like I can be defensive of myself sometimes if I feel like my character is being attacked. And I find that when you decide to react differently the second time, or change the way you speak, or just quiet down when you would normally speak up, or speak up when you would normally be quiet, or speak up for yourself at work in something that you typically wouldn't. You would typically think that I'll just let my work speak for itself. I used to be like that. And then I learned that every time you decide to do something that's different, that causes growth, that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you shift into something that is not so typical for you, it causes you to shift. So you're what New Age believers and stuff call shifting timelines. Instead of shifting timelines, you're shifting out of bad cycles and bad patterns, and you're shifting the trajectory of where you're walking, because changing into something that is out of the norm for you causes you to become a different person who can sustain a new thing, who can sustain new promises of God or blessings or whatever He wants to give to you, His perfect will, His plans for your life. You breaking out of your flesh and what's so comfortable and easy for you causes you to align with what God wants to do in your life, and align with His plans, and for other things to come into your day, like, contacts, or, new networks, or opportunities, open doors, new ideas, new strategies. These things that you do to shift yourself out of who you typically are, like your normal comfort, will allow you to shift into the things that God has for you in alignment, as long as you're walking with God, as long as you're talking to God and asking Him to lead you in the decisions you're making. Just like in Proverbs chapter 3, trust in the Lord with all your heart and don't lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him and He will direct your path. Just like in Isaiah 55, how it says, your thoughts are not my thoughts and your ways are not my ways. Just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are your thoughts and your ways higher than my ways. If we would learn to lean on God's ways and God's thoughts in every decision we make, we can truly shift ourselves from the bad patterns and cycles and trajectory that we're on into the promises